Well, even though it's a Sunday and it's usually Ryan's day to take care of the goats in the morning, he had to go and try to fix my car. We had dinner at a friend's house last night, and when we went to leave, it wouldn't start. The starter has gone out. So he's meeting a friend of ours over there and trying to see if they can resolve this situation before I have to go to Augusta on Friday for the Georgia Organics Conference. So cross your fingers, say your prayers, because this is really an important conference for me. So the Georgia Organics Conference is this Friday and Saturday, and I have been given a full scholarship, including hotel, because I'm going to be honored on stage in a ceremony where I receive my plaque for the Journeyman Farmer certification. I'm really excited about this, and I don't want to miss it because my starter in my car is out. So I'm really hopeful that Ryan and our friend can get it taken care of today, because the rest of the week they're both working, so there'll be no way for them to do that. Unfortunately, we were not able to go get our new goat today or yesterday because of the forecast. Yesterday was supposed to be raining all day, and it didn't even end up raining all day. So if we had known, we could have gone and got her, but we were trying to keep from having them in the back of the truck in the rain. And Georgia weather is so crazy. When it said it was going to be thunderstorms all day, and then it was just a few showers. If we had known that, we would have made plans to go get her, but because the thunderstorms were on the forecast, we made different plans. That didn't include going to get a goat in the rain, unfortunately. But next Sunday, we should be able to go get her. Sadly, there is a lot of rain in the forecast this week. These poor goats are not going to enjoy their time in the barn. So it's probably for the best that she didn't come home now, where she wouldn't have been able to go out. So everything happens for a reason. I always say that, and I just hope that, you know, everything goes smoothly with the car, you know, because what if it had happened while I was down there down there in Augusta? What if I had to be 3 hours away from home with no vehicle? That would have been so much worse. So I am just thankful and saying my blessings for the fact that it happened now and not while I was alone in Augusta. That would have been hard. All that? So everybody's getting their breakfast. They've all had hay and grain because they're spoiled. The last 2 months of pregnancy, I always put my does on grain, and because this girl right here is going from grain from milking to grain from pregnancy, she's had no break in it, but she is not really giving me any milk, which is what's supposed to happen. So we went to every other day milking, and so yesterday she wasn't milked at all, and today when I milked her, I got, I don't know, maybe a half a cup to a cup. So she's definitely drying off, which makes me sad because I really want milk. But hopefully we'll be able to get our new girl next Sunday and have plenty of milk again. I'm keeping a close eye on Kitty because I don't know her due date, and she is acting a little different this morning. Her ears are lower than normal, which is indicative of something being wrong. And if you can see, her breathing is faster. Like she may be having some contractions. I haven't seen her have a contraction, but I'm keeping a close eye on her, just in case. Yeah, those ears are not her normal posture. It's definitely something is making her feel different this morning. I felt her ligaments and they do feel a little bit softer, but not like all the way soft. So I'm thinking about when I was pregnant and how I would have contractions way before I had my baby. It was like my body was preparing and getting ready. So this could just be some of those mild contractions that happen throughout your pregnancy. It could be. Or she could be going into labor very early stages. I'm not sure. So I will keep a close eye on her. I found a video I had sent to a friend of her in with the buck and saying that I was hoping she was going to be bred today. But that would put her due date a month from now. But if she was already bred when I was putting her in there, then there's always the possibility she's due sooner, because I did not write it down. Which, shame on me. I should never ever trust my YouTube videos to keep track of my calendar for me. Because I think that's what I mentally did, is thought, oh, I'll just go back and look at the videos. I went back watching older videos from 5 months ago to see if I saw anything with Kitty where I was saying she was going to be bred, or I couldn't find anything, so we'll see. We'll just be on the lookout for now. So, yesterday morning, when I got up, Ryan was already up and he had already come out and got Khaleesi. And he said that when he came out here, that right next to one of the chicken tractors, I don't know which one, but he said right next to one of the chicken tractors, there was a great horned owl eating one of our chickens. And the only way he can figure that it got out was that it got spooked and flew straight up and out of a bigger hole. Some of our tractors don't have the chicken wire completely over the top, it's just along the sides. So it's possible that it got out of one of those holes. He was really worried I was gonna be crying and sad, and honestly, I was a little bit upset about it, but I was so impressed that we have a great horned owl on our property. I'm obsessed with birds of prey. I love them, and I'm particularly fond of owls. Yes, birds of prey are a little bit scary when you have small livestock like chickens and ducks and such. Now, our hawks that we have here that I know can pick up our chickens, they've done it. When we first moved here, they were free range and they got picked off. But I was pretty confident that they couldn't get these larger ducks, because these ducks are probably way more than the hawk. Great horned owl is a little different. Great horned owl is a lot bigger than these hawks. What puzzles me and what bothered me when he told me about that incident is that Mrs. Duck has still not turned up. What if that's why? What if a great horned owl was able to pick up a big duck? That scares me and it concerns me. But it also kind of scares me about these guys. But then again, it makes me think, well, that's not likely that Mrs. Duck would have been the target when these ducks are right out in the open. These would easily be picked up because they're easy to catch. Whereas Mrs. Duck was always in the woods or on the pond. I don't know. Was Mrs. Duck picked up by a great horned owl and that's why she hasn't come home? Or is she nesting somewhere? This is such a hard thing to not know. I love that duck and I miss her terribly. And I just wish I knew, you know? Just knowing would make me feel better, even if knowing was the bad part. Okay, Shady, you done eating? Okay, you can go see your baby girl. I know you want to go see Cream. I mean, Precious. Oh my goodness. Good girl. Keep going. Oh, you want to go with the big girls? You don't want to go with your baby? Precious is screaming for you. Ma! You hear her calling Ma? See? Screaming for her mama. Precious, you're not even nursing on her anymore. Why? Oh, Heart is eating my tripod. Don't do that. You shake the camera around. Love you, girls. Stay back. Good girls. What do you think, Shady? You're not even visiting with your daughter. You just went straight for that hay. Silly girls. Oh, Precious, were you crying for me? Your mom is in there now. But you're up here for petting. Aren't you the sweetest? I think she's so pretty. I love her markings. Just such a unique face. So sweet. You're sweet too, Time. Time says, I like coming up here for pets, but if you come in here and try to pet me, I'm not gonna let you. Yeah. Oh. Oh, my affectionate babies. I love my babies. Oh, that right there, that's the spot, huh? Oh, yeah. I love you. So while we still don't know where Mrs. Ducky is or what could have happened to her, we now have kind of a clue that it may be more, because this morning when Ryan came out, he said that the crows were alerting that something was amiss. We have some really good crows in our area that actually have protected our flock because they chase off the hawks. So crows will scream and yell when the hawks are around. Well, he said he was getting Khaleesi ready to come in with her, and he heard screaming and yelling crows back on the back side of the buck pen area. And so he went to investigate, and he got out there, and he came out slowly because he saw perched right on the fence of the buck pen. There she was, the great horned owl again. 2 mornings in a row, and she's in the same area. So this tells us that she is in hunting mode. Ryan said he wondered if there was something wrong with her, if she was sick or injured or something. But I said, no, she's got a nest. She's got babies. That's more than likely what's happening here, is that she's taking care of babies now. And so she's needing more food. And she's needing easier food. So typically they don't come after stuff in a cage. So I counted those ducks this morning, and they're all there still, but I'm a little bit nervous that they might start disappearing if we have a great horned owl and they are not in an enclosed tractor like our chickens. But I didn't ever want to do a tractor with the ducks because they're so messy and muddy. They need a big space, you know? So we'll see. We'll hope. But it's such a mixed emotions, because on one hand I'm super thrilled about having a great horned owl, and I really hope that I get to see it. Ryan said he might have some video. If so, I'll be putting it in this one. He said he might have gotten some video on his phone this morning of her, because he said that she was right back there on the fence.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I was walking Khaleesi out of the barn, and I heard the crow police pretty loudly, and as of what happened yesterday with the chicken, I decided Khaleesi and I should go check it out. And come out the back door of the barn, and guess what I see? Can you guys see it? I don't want to scare it away. That little gray blob in the direct center. You see the crow swooping at it? It's one thing crows are good for. Khaleesi, this can be part of your job. If you see aerial predators staged and ready to go, which I'm with you, so we're both a threat to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in And we're gonna go scare it. I want you to see that owl though. Come on. Come on. Oh no. Let's stop. Let's see if we can get a good. And cell phones are so bad with video. I still see them. If you can look dead center of the screen, and I'll zoom in slowly. I know it's going to get blurry. You see that blob? And pretty much the dead center of the screen. That's the owl. I wish I had the good camera. Well, that's far enough away from the ducks and the chickens for right now. Unless he comes back out when we leave, but I can't stand here forever. I like owls. I don't like when they eat my chickens or threaten my ducks.
Hopefully, Mrs. Duck is still going to show up and none of the other ducks will be in danger. But these types of things are things that living in the country, living out with nature, that's probably a buzzard feather. These are the types of things that you face. Could a gray horned owl have picked up Mrs. Duck? Possibility is definite. The likelihood, I want to say, is not likely, but my realistic side of me says, yeah, if, you know, if this great horned owl has been hunting around the property, Mrs. Duck could have been the first meal that she had, and that made her come back looking for more food. We won't know. I don't know that we'll ever know unless Mrs. Duck walks up. then we'll know. But we love our birds of prey. These guys right here are our resident buzzards. I don't know if you can see them, but those two big black blobs there and there, those are our buzzards, and they've been our friends, and they have not harmed any of our livestock, and we love them, and we talk to them every day. So hopefully the blessing of having a great horned owl on our property is that, a blessing. Birds of prey are very beneficial to the homestead because they help take care of poisonous snakes and rats and mice. So we're glad that we have them. And we hope that they leave our livestock alone. But you just never know. You really don't. So we'll just keep an eye on these ducks and hope that they stay safe. Hope that nothing happens to them. Well, I'm gonna go in before it starts raining again, and I've got all these goats taken care of. The animals have been checked on, everybody seems okay, and I'm gonna have to be back out here again to just double check on things, make sure everybody's got enough hay, make sure that Kitty's not in labor, and that we still have 15 ducks out there. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.